Kelly Ripa has shared countless funny and heartfelt moments over the years, but this one might just be among her most unforgettable. It's not about a glamorous event, a big announcement, or even a behind-the-scenes secret from television. Instead, it's about something far more relatable and surprisingly hilarious. According to Kelly herself, there's someone running the household, and it's not who you'd expect. It all centers around her beloved dog, Lena. From the outside, everything seems normal: a cozy home, a loving family, and a playful pet bringing joy to everyday life. But as Kelly began to tell the story, it quickly became clear that this wasn't just a typical pet-owner relationship. This was something else entirely, a dynamic that had slowly, almost magically, flipped in the most entertaining way. With a smile and a tone full of disbelief, Kelly admitted that Lena hasn't just learned tricks, she's actually trained her. Yes, trained her. The idea alone was enough to make people laugh, but it was the way Kelly described it that truly brought the story to life. What started as simple playtime gradually turned into a routine, and that routine turned into something that felt almost like a carefully planned system, one where Lena clearly knew exactly what she was doing. Kelly painted the picture perfectly. It wasn't dramatic or over the top, it was subtle, charming, and incredibly funny. One moment she was just playing along, the next she realized she was following instructions, unspoken of course, but unmistakable. There was something almost romantic about it in a light-hearted way, the kind of bond where two beings understand each other without needing words, except in this case, one of them just happens to have 4 legs and a very clever mind. As Kelly continued, she described how these playful moments became more frequent. Lena would bring over a toy, clearly expecting a certain reaction, and without even thinking about it, Kelly would respond exactly the way Lena wanted. It became a rhythm, almost like a dance, where each knew their part perfectly. And the funniest part? Kelly didn't even realize it was happening at first. That's what made the story so engaging. It wasn't just about a dog being cute or playful. It was about that moment of realization when you suddenly step back and think, wait a second, how did we get here? Her laughter made it even better. You could tell she wasn't frustrated or annoyed. If anything, she was impressed. There was admiration in her voice, a sense of wonder at just how clever Lena had become. And honestly, who could blame her? Pets have a way of becoming part of our daily lives in ways we don't even notice. They learn our habits, our moods, our routines. But sometimes they go a step further. They start shaping those routines too. That's exactly what happened here. Kelly described how these moments would unfold so naturally, so effortlessly, that it felt completely normal, until, of course, she said it out loud and realized just how funny it sounded. Suddenly, the whole situation took on a new light, and it became impossible not to laugh. What made the story even special was the warmth behind it. It wasn't just about humor, it was about connection. The kind of connection that pet owners understand instantly. That unspoken bond, that shared energy, that feeling of being completely in sync. There's something undeniably heartwarming about that. Of course, the audience couldn't get enough. The idea of someone as confident and composed as Kelly Ripa being trained by her own dog was simply too good. It was relatable, unexpected, and refreshingly real. Because, let's be honest, many people have had similar
Maybe not exactly the same, but close enough. The realization that your pet somehow knows how to get what they want. The way they look at you, the way they nudge you, the way they wait, patiently but knowingly until you give in. And when you do, it feels less like a decision and more like part of the plan. Lena, it seems, has mastered that art. Kelly's storytelling turned the whole situation into something even more entertaining. She didn't exaggerate or overcomplicate it. She simply shared it as it was, funny, genuine, and a little bit surprising. And that's what made it so engaging. By the end of it, there was a sense that this wasn't just a one-time story. It was an ongoing relationship, a playful dynamic that would continue to evolve. Because if Lena has already come this far, who knows what she'll figure out next? Kelly seemed to be wondering the same thing. There was a playful acceptance in her tone, as if she had fully embraced her role in this unusual setup, not as the one in charge, but as a willing participant in Lena's cleverly designed world. And honestly, she didn't seem to mind at all. If anything, she seemed to enjoy it. Because at the heart of it all, that's what this story is really about. Not control or routines, but joy. The kind of joy that comes from unexpected moments, from laughter, from realizing that sometimes the simplest interactions can be the most memorable. It's about letting go a little, about embracing the funny side of life, about finding happiness in the small, everyday things, like a playful pet who somehow turns the tables in the most charming way possible. And maybe, just maybe, it's also a reminder that love doesn't always follow the rules we expect. Sometimes it looks like laughter, sometimes it looks like a silly game, and sometimes it looks like realizing that your dog might just be one step ahead of you. If this story brought a smile to your face or reminded you of your own funny moments with a pet, then you're not alone. These are the kinds of stories that connect us, that make us laugh, and that stay with us long after they're told. So keep enjoying those little moments, keep finding humor in the unexpected, and don't be surprised if one day you realize your pet might be training you too.